Destiny Ridge. Alright people, got a problem. Look at that. Leaking fuel. Now the fuel's off, but you know what? That has leaked for the last 10 minutes with the fuel off. I don't think it turns the fuel off. I think it's a fault. But anyway, I'm going to take the fuel tank off. I'm going to take the carby out because I reckon the float's stuffed or something. I'll have to get a carby kit for it. I just hope it doesn't catch fire. I got a fire extinguisher somewhere in that pile of rubbish over there. So it's either a 13 or a 14 to take that off, or maybe a 12. Yep, less. 12. Is that 12? No, that, oh, idiot. Less, it's a 10. There's a 10. No mate, your toy's broken for a little bit. You know, the thing that worries me the most is I turn this thing off and I don't think that tap turns off the fuel. It says off on the side of the thing, but I don't think it is. Mr. Kymco, I think you got an issue with your bloody fuel cap taps. Because that thing is still running. This is what happens when you buy shit. Well, mind you, Hondas do the same thing. 10 mil. Oh yeah. Now remember, 10 mil is on the drill bit already. Good boy. Thank you. Now that should come off now because I already undid those bits. Oh. 8. That's typical. Look how far you got to strip this thing down just to get to that. Where's that bolted on? At the front, no doubt. Which means you're going to take all the front off. Oh, you suck ass, Mr. Kymco. You suck ass. Fuel tank. There's the. That tells me. Let me put that cap back on there. Might slow the flow by putting a bit of a. Oh yeah. Let's undo this little 8 mil. Maybe it just clips in there. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's holding it in there now? Oh, the tap. This bloody tap thing. Now, I reckon that's got a screw on it. I'm guessing it's going to be a Phillips head. Just guessing. There we go, she's off now. Clean that out. Yeah. Put that back in there. Good. Now, you're going to come out, except for the hose. Where's the hose? There it is. And let's see. Maybe that's not turning. I don't know. Why would you put the bloody thing like that? Stupid bloody people. Turn the clip around so I can get to it. Pull it off there. Pull the bloody fuel up. Now. Yeah, the tap. You can't turn off the fuel. Well done. Well done. So, here's the carby. What do we got here? Okay. Yep, alright. Fuel pump? No, that's a breather. Okay, so that can come out. Or can it? Yes, it can. There we go, that's out. Stopped it from leaking anyway. Now, how do I get that carby off? Oh. So, it's leaking out the overflow in the bottom there. There is a screw there, but I think I have to take the carby off so I can get to it. So, let's take the air off. So, that can be pulled back through there. That's the fuel line. Okay, that's good. That hooks in over there. Let's take those clamps off. Can't go riding around a bloody dry paddock with fuel leaking everywhere. That's just gonna catch on fire. Oh, boom! What happened there? Like a fucking Smurf, I reckon. Now I got beanie hair. Yeah, see? Not too worried. Anyway, let's have a look at what I'm doing here. So, here's where we're up to so far. I've got the fuel off. Now that fuel tap on the side of the fuel here, there, doesn't turn off the fuel, Mr. bloody motorbike buddy Kymco. Doesn't turn off the fuel. It does nothing. I was wondering why I could still, you know, I've been turning it off because it leaked that other time, if people remember my videos. And what it, oh my God, I'm going to lock you inside the shed in a minute. I can't handle working on this and listening to you whinge because you can't go for a ride. Look at him, look. He's ripped his bloody bear apart. He found it when I pulled it out of the bags yesterday, and now he's whinging because I want to go for a ride. Well, you can't. So shut up, stupid dog, silly dog, puppy. See, he's bloody only 14 months old. That's what you get. Anyway, so I'm going to bend it down. I don't know if you can see or not, but I don't want to put you somewhere where you're going to fall over. Might be able to put you up here somewhere. Hello. I need as much bench space as I can get. What do we got here? Oh dear. Silly GoPros. They are really dumb, eh? GoPros are stupid. They don't bloody zoom in much. Anyway, alright, so I'm trying to get this air filter, the air box off. There's more bloody clamps and you can shake a stick at. There's two either side. Now where's that one? You telling me they put it on that way? No, it's down here. Oh my God. Put it on back to front. Thank you, Mr. Kymco. Gotta undo them. But I can do that now. So this quad bike's done 800 kilometres. 800 and something. And already, not good. So Mr. Kymco, not happy! Not happy. Not happy at all. So, where's this side? Is it this one? Yes. So, I'll leave it on actually until I get... Well, this here is a breather. That can come off. Dust. Bloody dust. So that is just held on by that one thing there and that there. Right. So let's take the throttle off. Looks like it's only one screw. Oh, maybe two. Is there another one under there? No, just one. Was there one down there? There's one down there. Look at that. The one you can't get to. Is it? Can I get to it? That's not a screw. Oh, it's a clip. Same thing. Take the one bolt out. What worries me is that you can't turn the fuel off. That is just ridiculous, Mr. Kymco. So, little tiny clip at the bottom, one screw. Yep, I remember these. The old handbrake cables on the pushies used to have these. Alright. Go. Throttle's off. So now the only thing holding it on is that one clamp. Good placement, Mr. Kymco. Right where the exhaust is. I'm not taking the exhaust off so I can get this one clamp, I can tell you. it's a bloody tiny little thing. But it is definitely it's in a horrible bloody position. When I put the clamp back on, it's going to go further around. Okay, one carby off. Not out, but off. Thank you. Look at it. Still leaking out of the bottom here. See that? More than likely. See, look. See it? Leaking out of here. That's an overflow, I reckon. Let's just get all the fuel out. I reckon if I take this off, this float is going to be horrible. Let me just shift everything off this bench. Alright. Well, let's pull this off. The needle and seat will be the thing that's flying up. Oh, should have got rid of that rope to start with. Oh, there's me 10mm on the ground now. Oh. Yeah, so what happens is there's a little needle in here that sits up against a little brass screw that'll come from the top, and if it doesn't seat properly, it doesn't turn off. So what it does is it keeps running the fuel through. So I don't know where the needle and seat is in here, couldn't tell you. Could be that just there. No, that's not it. That'll be some sort of mixture screw or something like this. Although that's something to do with the throttle, to try and de-throttle it, I'd reckon, so you can't open it all the way up. Or idle screw. Now what do we got here? So that's the tube that it was flowing out of, straight through down into here. See there? So needle and seat. So this is under here. So that, what happens is the float fills up and pushes against the needle and seat, and the needle and seat stop the fuel from coming out. Now I don't want to touch any of these because these are jets, but the needle and seat has to come out. Now to do that, I'm going to pull this little pin. Oh, don't be shy. Where's my little tiny screwdriver? I might need a needle just to push it out. And there we have it, little pin. Now the float comes off, and what do we got? We got a needle, see? Oh yeah, it's dirty. Okay, good. So the needle looks good, doesn't look worn at all. So I'll leave that. But this, it looks like you need a special bloody tool to get it out. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So what happens is, see this little thing here? When you open up the throttle, it pulls it open, gives it more air, and this little needle here, with this jet, lets the fuel in. Now the fuel comes in through here and goes down through this needle and seat. So I've got to work out how to get that seat out. Now I can't see, there's no markings on it. Let's hope it's not a press fit, because I don't think I've got anything that can take that out. No, I only got needle nose pliers. I can't see. Oh, what's that? Is it a, no, I thought there was a circlip, but there's no circlip around that. Unfortunately, I've got to put it all back together to see if it's fixed. That needle looks pretty good. So it might have just had some dust or dirt caught in there. I don't know where the fuel filter is. That's really loose. Sometimes the little thing the needle sits on can be so that's the needle there. As you can see, there's nothing, no marks on it, but this little piece of stainless steel here may need a little tiny bit of a bend. Now I don't know whether it will, because it's all plastic, so I've got to be careful. I was able to bend it a little bit. And what that does, puts a little bit of pressure, a bit more pressure on the needle. The float does. So as the fuel fills up, it tries to shut off earlier. If that makes any sense, because of the angle of the dangle. Yeah, see, before there was no spring there. Now, see, that's full off. Yep. All right, let's put this back together. And oh yeah, pretty sure I went that way. There we go. Now there was a little bit of dust or dirt up in that seat, so I've blown that out. It looks clean now. What I'm going to do, says there's a fuel thing on it. It's a pity I can't turn the fuel off, Mr. Kymco. What I'm going to do is put this here, and I'm going to hold the fuel tank above it and see if the fuel stops from running through. If not, well, I'll need to buy a whole carby kit. I have seen them on eBay, but you know eBay, we all know eBay. So, you know, this is disconcerting. That went there like that, right? So that is auxiliary, and that should be off. But when I put it down, it's not off. Look, petrol's still pouring out. What a bastard. Let's put that fuel line on that. And let's put it down here. Now that's off, except the fuel's still running. So let's turn it on, try and help this thing through a bit. I can't see any coming out now. It's definitely got fuel in it. Yeah, the fuel tap's broken. Don't turn him off. Doesn't matter. Petrol's still coming out. They should have a recall on that. That is so dangerous. Anyway, that is not leaking anymore, so that's good. So let's stand that back up. Try and stop the fuel from coming out. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Really is. Can't turn the fuel off. Stupid. Dumber than dog poo. And just to show you that there was fuel in there. Not much, but that's good. Anyway, I'll put it on for a second. I'm going to have to empty out this fuel drum into yet another drum. So while the fuel drains out, I'll put this carby back in for a second, because I want to run it. I want to run the quaddie and make sure it's not leaking. And Mr. Kymco, I'm going to turn your bloody clamp around so that it's usable, instead of trying to have to take the bloody exhaust system off. Honestly, it's a pipe clamp. Put it where somebody can use it. Like that. You know, doesn't take much. Just got to put it at an angle so somebody can get a screwdriver on it eventually. God. Silly bloody... Wouldn't take much to teach them how to do that. I mean your technicians, the people who put this thing together. Because now you can just reach in from outside here. You don't have to try and push the exhaust system down to try and get it off. So they don't leave a real lot of room. I'm still going to put a bolt in there. I've got to put all this back together. I've got to put a tray. Oh, I can put that tray in. No, I'll leave that tray out. I'm just going to rest. I'm going to rest the fuel tank on top with a little bit of fuel in, just to run it, just to see, make sure she's not going to leak. Then I can put it all back together. Worst part is, these side things. We're going to get some of these. I think Jackson's in town here will have them. I'm not sure. But yeah, these little plastic clips hold all the plastic on the side. Not that the plastic's essential, just makes it look nice, you know. And on the other side, might stop your leg from getting a bit burnt from the exhaust. So, and I've got to put that top one on, obviously. The side ones. I'm still miffed that the fuel tap doesn't turn off the fuel on the fuel tank. That's just ridiculous. It really is, Mr. Kymco. Come on. It's one of the safety features. Anyway, alright. So, I should have a look at the filter while I'm here. I'll do that. So, stopped the leak. We've cleaned out that. But I did find out what the problem is. A little filter came off the inside on the tank. So there's no filter on the fuel before it hits the carby. So I'm going to have to go and buy a small fuel filter. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Ring the little bell for notifications. See you next time.